What's up, guys? I'm back. It's me, Kyle. Obviously, you're on my YouTube channel, so you probably aren't expecting somebody other than me, but we're back with some Risk of Rain number 2. Yeah, let's hop in here. Last time, we did a run with Commando, and I died, and this time we're going to do a run with Commando, and I'm not going to die. How about that? Or actually, maybe I'll... No, yeah, we're going to use Commando. And like I mentioned last time, I wanted to try to unlock Loader here, but I couldn't remember anything about this challenge. It says requires guidance offline, um, which you get by defeating the unique guardian of Siren's Call. So I looked it up, and I think I know how to get to Siren's Call. It could be the fourth stage, so maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get Siren's Call as our fourth stage or fourth map. Um, and if not, you might get the item shop, and if you're in the item shop, you also have a chance of choosing your next map. And we'll only get a couple choices, but maybe one of those choices will be Siren's Call. So anyway, the goal, the main goal is to win. Secondary goal, get to Siren's Call, and there will be some more steps in the process, but I'll explain that when we get there. So let's go ahead and hop right in as Commando, and let's see if we can get to Siren's Call. And if not, let's just hope we have a good run. And I feel pretty good about this one, so let's get some coins so we can start opening up chests and getting some good items. So the story of Risk of Rain, they don't really explain a whole lot to you, but you can kind of gather a little bit of information just from playing. It seems like all the characters, like Commando and Huntress and Loader, etc., are crew members of a spaceship. And that spaceship was traveling through, space. And not really sure where they were trying to go to, but I think it crash landed here on this planet. And so I think the story basically is just that we're trying to find the other crew members and escape the planet. That's really all that's happening here. But it's a weird planet, lots of weird creatures, lots of weird stuff going on. But you know what? I ain't worried about it because we're pretty powerful. At least we will be. So whatever this planet's gonna throw at us, we can take care of it pretty easy, I think. Except for on the last run, whenever that one enemy grandparent got me, that kind of was not fun. But we're not gonna let that happen again. Not this time. This time, guys, we're going all the way. All right. And if you don't believe me, well, I'm gonna prove you wrong. All right. We're gonna make it all the way to the final boss, and we're gonna win. All right. We're gonna win, guys. So got plenty of coins now. I gotta go find a chest to open up. I think. Ooh, lunar coin. Lunar coins are good. You can use lunar coins to buy a character, which I already have. Artificer is a character that you can buy at the item shop for 10 lunar coins. And then, to be honest with you, after that, I really don't know what you do with the lunar coins. So, I'm just going to keep on collecting them. Look at that, we got an achievement called Funded. I've collected 30,480 gold so far. That's cool. Yeah, I'm going to try to make my way back to where we came from in the beginning. Yeah, I'm trying to find that. So what do we got here? We got 3 choices. Topaz Brooch, if you guys remember that. Sticky Bomb, and Adrenaline? What is it called? Oh, Soldier Syringe. Increase your attack speed by 15%. I'm going to go with Topaz Brooch. It's a nice little defensive option here. If you remember from the last run, Topaz Brooch is pretty darn powerful. See, we got this nice little orange circle shield on us. And you get that from defeating enemies. So as long as I keep on defeating enemies, I keep on having a little shield. And, can't really go wrong with that. So let's get out of here. Again, like I said last time, I do like to keep it under, or between 5 to 7 minutes on each planet or each little area. stage, I guess the game calls them. So this is the first stage, and if you look at the top right, we've been here for 3.5 minutes now, and so I want to make my way toward the end portal here. Maybe find a couple more items along the way, and then I want to get out of here because, like I said last time, the longer you stay on each stage, the harder it gets, so you don't want to linger for too long. But I see a couple more items there, so we'll go to that, see what our options are, and maybe try to find one more chest before we go through the portal. So we got random item, bustling fungus, I think it's called. I could be completely wrong. And then glasses. That's basically just give you critical damage. We're going to go with the random item and see what we get. Okay. Flat damage reduction. Remember last time, I couldn't remember exactly what that means, but I'm pretty sure it's good. So, these little pods give you some points. Ooh, healing drone, we'll take that. And then we got another option of 3 choices here. We got energy shield, rusted key, and can't remember exactly what that's called, but we're going to go with the energy shield. We got lots of enemies to take out here. And don't forget, in Risk of Rain, you just can't stop moving. Look at how many guys, how many attacks I've been dodging here, just from moving side to side. That's really the key. All you got to do is keep moving. This could be overwhelming for maybe an inexperienced player, but not for me, guys. So just keep moving. It's really simple. That's the thing. This game, a lot of people, they think I got. All right. I was gonna say that a lot of people think I'm skilled. Nobody thinks I'm that skilled. I don't even think I'm that skilled. It's just keep moving. That's all it is. Yeah. Let's see if we can maybe find one more item. I've been here 5.5 minutes, so I want to kind of wrap it up, get out of here pretty soon. This thing right here, that's called actually I forget what it's called, a scrapper. And the scrapper will take scraps, or if you don't have any scraps, it'll just take one of your items. It'll just pick a random one. And it'll turn your scrap or your random item into... Okay, I'm not explaining that right at all. I was completely wrong. The scrapper will just turn one of your items into scrap. And then what you do with scrap is you go to a 3D printer, and the 3D printer will take scrap and turn that into an item. I don't know if that made any sense, but if I find a good 3D printer with a good item to make, I'll show you as an example, but it's not something that I do very often. It's only really good if you find a 3D printer that's going to print a really awesome item. You don't really get to pick what item that 3D printer is going to print. It'll just show you. It'll be like a crowbar or something. If it was a crowbar, and I had some scrap, where I knew how to make some scrap, I would definitely get plenty of crowbars, because that's a really great item. But it's just kind of hard to create the perfect scenario where you can get plenty of scrap. So that attack... Oh, no, not that attack. There's another attack that this Wandering Vagrant does that'll really mess me up. All you have to do is put some kind of cover between you and Wandering Vagrant, and it won't hurt you all that bad. But the animation kind of looks similar to that. He starts to create this big orb. And if you're caught in that orb when it finally, does the attack, you're kind of almost toast. It'll get rid of like 90% of your health. So I'm just going to try to keep an eye on him. We're not doing a ton of damage to him yet, because we don't really have any offensive items yet. We just have 3 defensive items, so we're not doing a ton of damage. So this fight's going to take a while. Oh, there it is! Alright. He had cover, so he didn't do any damage to us. Almost didn't see it. But, yeah, we gotta... Dude, this is going to be like the last run, where we just get a bunch of deep... Oh, there it is again. This is really going to hurt. Okay, I took about half of our health. Wasn't paying attention. Look at all these guys. Alright, let me get out of here. Come on. I need to go up. There we go. Oh, gosh. That's not good. Okay, alright. Alright, it's fine. let's just finish this guy off. This is going to be so sad if I lose the run on the first stage. Watch out for that. Good. See, that attack does a lot of damage, but like I said, all you have to do is have some kind of cover between you and him. And it doesn't do any damage, so. There it is. Wow, there's so many enemies. I need to find some offensive items. Whoa, there it is again. Because we just really aren't doing enough damage right now. We'll focus him again for a minute so we can take him out. There's that attack. Cover. Alright, he's almost done. There we go. Ew, big chunks of jellyfish everywhere. What did he drop for the boss item? It looks like some kind of little shield thing. So that's cool, another defensive item. Alright, take it. Rose Buckler. Reduce incoming damage while sprinting, okay. That's cool. So you see whenever whenever I start sprinting, get those little shields circling around me, that's cool. Alright, we've been here 10 minutes. That's kind of like double the time I wanted to be here, so let's get the heck out of here. And then hopefully we'll find some good chests on the next stage. Alright, guess we go this way. Hello, anybody here? Hello? Uh-oh. Dying, is he? I thought I heard somebody. Hello? Hello? Alright, let's go see if we can find some chests. Okay, so Siren's Call, where I would like to go to find Loader, is a possible stage 4. So we're on stage 2 right now. When we get to stage 4, we're really hoping that we get Siren's Call. But I mean, I think there's a few different stages that could be the stage 4. But like I said, we're hoping for Siren's Call, guys. Fingers crossed. Got 75 coins. That one costs 99. It's a beefy chest. I don't really know what that means, but I'll stick around, see if I find some enemies real quick to defeat, and then get enough coins to open that bad boy up. Oh, there's a little coin cache right there. I'll go open that. I've got 100 now. Start heading back toward that thing. Okay, guys. Alright. Ooh, what do we get? Dio's best friend, cheat death consumed on you. So, if I'm about to die, I just won't. I just won't. That's what happens. So that's cool. Look at him. He's like a little teddy bear on my back. Oh, he's like, he kind of like when I jump, he flops too. That's cool. Alright, let's go find some more chests. We're in here. We got 13 minutes. I would like to find a couple more offensive items really quick and then go through that portal ASAP. So let's kind of stay in this general vicinity so I remember where the portal is, and then try to find a couple more chests maybe. Alright, well I don't think there's going to be any more this way. Let's go this way. Hello, sir. Bye, sir. Alright, and so far no chests. It's kind of a barren wasteland down here, guys. What the heck? Maybe if I go up. Okay, I saw something. Yeah, there we go. There's a chest. Please be an offensive item. I really need something good. Come on. Okay, cool. Ukulele. Ukulele, basically what that does is it does that right there. You see that blue electricity that arcs from one guy to the other guy? That's what it does. So while I'm doing damage, it just creates an arc of electricity that hits other guys that are close by. So that's great. It's like I'm doing almost like double the damage. I don't know if that really makes sense, but I'm hitting 2 for 1. You could say it that way. Oh, look at here's all the items and stuff. We got some more little coin caches. Whoa, ow. I'll be happy to grab that syringe. That'll make me shoot faster, basically. It just increases your attack speed. Let me actually grab that really quick. Yeah, you can already tell he's shooting a lot faster. Look at that. And in combination with the ukulele, it's pretty cool. Alright. Just open these two really quick and then head straight to that portal over there. Oh, another soldier syringe. Yeah, now instead of shooting like a little pistols, we're shooting like a little automatic weapon or something. This is cool. Alright, forget those guys. We gotta get out of here. Oh, there's another healing drone. Grab that. Actually, I thought I had a healing drone. I think that if I had a healing drone, I can't remember now, but I thought I did. And I'm pretty sure I did. And he must have died. You can see his health bar at the top left. And, you know, that can happen. They can just take too many hits and then they're gone. But you can repair them. There's a turret. I don't think I'll grab that turret because it's not quite close enough to this end portal that it's really going to help me with the boss or anything. You know, I typically only grab those if they're in this general vicinity near the portal, so that they'll help me take out the boss because, you know, they don't move or anything like that, and they cost money. So to me, it seems like a waste if it's not going to help me out for very long. Let's see, Beetle Queen, where you at? I hear you, but I don't see you. Ouch. Oh, there she is. Alright. Come here, Beetle Queen. Ow! Alright, this shouldn't take too long. We're shooting a lot faster than we were for that last boss. We've also got the electricity from that ukulele. So while we're sitting here hitting the Beetle Queen, we're also hitting some of those other little guys still on the ground near the Beetle Queen. And look at that health bar just melt away. Ah! Not really sure where Beetle Queen's like weak point is. We could tell because we would start getting I think like yellow critical numbers. If you see the little damage numbers down there, we're getting like 16s, 17s, and they're white. But the color will change. It'll be like yellow if it's a critical. I think it's yellow. What did we get? A feather. Okay, we got an extra jump. Nice. Double jump now. And you know, like I said, with all these items in Risk of Rain, they stack. So I mean, you could just get like 100 jumps, and that's what makes Risk of Rain so fun. Is each run is completely different. You don't always know what you're gonna get, and sometimes you just get really wacky combinations of powers, and it just gets crazy. We'll finish off these guys really quick. Matter of fact, we're not going to finish them off. We're just going to go straight for the portal. That would have been a waste of time. You know what? We are going to finish them off. There you go. And ow. There we go. Alright. Stage 3, Scorched Acres. The layout on Scorched Acres is almost always pretty much the same. It's kind of like a U shape. You go up there, and around here, and then back up there. Yeah, kind of like U shape. But I can see the portal over there, and I can see some items over there. So we'll go this way, and then we'll go up there to the portal, and hopefully find some nice offensive items on the way. Those Shrines of Chance, if you remember, they basically, you pay, and you have a chance of getting an item. I like to not use those as much as possible, because most of the time they tend to be a waste of money. You're not guaranteed to get an item, and every time you try it, it gets more expensive, so yeah, it's usually just a waste. But still, you can tell we're kind of underpowered. Still don't really have any great offensive items. I mean, we got 2 of those soldier syringes, which makes us definitely attack faster. But let me turn this down a little bit. So we're attacking faster, but actually I think for you guys it might be fine. It might just be loud for me. So we're attacking faster, but we're not doing a whole lot of damage. You know, we got the ukulele, and that helps us. But okay, cool, goat stuff. We're gonna walk faster. But you know, I would ideally like to get some, yeah, something like this. You know, the gasolines that the enemies explode in fire, or something like the crowbar. Crowbar helps you do a ton of damage. But that was cool. Those guys all exploded. So already starting to do some more damage. That's good. And we've already got a couple nice combinations going here. So like the ukulele is arcing between those guys, but the ukulele is also taking that what is it called? Gasoline. It's taking that gasoline and applying it to these guys as well. So they're taking some fire damage just because of when they get electrocuted. See that? Oh, that was kind of cool. Okay. So those guys all just exploded in fire from the arc. But yeah, you'll see. Hopefully we'll get some more good items, and we'll keep doing some crazy combo things like that. But yeah, I need to hurry up and get heading toward that portal now. I think we gotta jump. Yeah, we got it. Yeah. And then we'll slide or roll there to not take any fire or fall damage. Open this up. Chrono Bauble. Slow enemies on hit. That's kind of nice. So now if I hit enemies, they're going to be slightly slower. I don't know if it'll be really noticeable at all until maybe we get some more of those Chrono Baubles. But it helps a little bit. You see he's got the little down arrow above his head now. It's just to let me know that he's slowed down. We also get those rings around him as well. But see, I can hit one of them, and if the electricity arcs to the other ones, then they are also slowed. This is what I'm talking about with these combos. It's pretty cool. What do we got over here? Okay, can't remember what this does. Deal extra damage to bosses. Nice. That'll be helpful. So yeah, these guys are starting to go down a lot quicker than even when I entered this level. I don't know if you can tell, but we're starting to get a little bit stronger. I think this round, or this run, we got a good mix so far of defensive and offensive items, so that's good. Just check out what we got up here really quick. Okay, that's how we get to the item shop. And we're actually going to go ahead and do that so that we can check out the item shop, see if it gives us an option to go to Siren's Call. That's one of the things in the item shop is when you're in there, well, I'll just show you. There's a little spot you can go to in the item shop that gives you a choice for your next map. And we might get lucky and it'll have Siren's Call there as one of the options to choose from. So spend a lunar coin on this, and now whenever we do the little boss here, and we've kind of finished up this level, instead of going through the portal to go to the next level, it'll open up another portal, and we can go to the item shop instead. So that's what we're going to do. And go ahead and activate this, fight the boss. Imp Overlord. This guy can be kind of tough. You can see he like phases around everywhere. And he's got some attacks that can do some really, really strong damage to me. And they're a little bit hard to avoid. But that's alright, I'm not worried about it. We got him. Got my topaz brooch, so if I ever get really scared that I'm going to take a lot of damage, I can just take out one of these easy guys, and then I'll have a little bit of shield. But I'm going to try to mostly focus him because he's got such a big health bar. I want to try to not waste any time trying to take him out. But if my health starts to go down too much, I will focus the little guys so I can get some more topaz brooch. Remember, I only get shield from topaz brooch on defeating an enemy. So I'm not going to have any shield if I don't defeat an enemy. And what's the quickest way to get shield? Defeat these guys. Look at that, just got like 10 of them in a row. So I have plenty of shield for a second. And then I can focus him. He keeps disappearing on me. What are you, scared, boy? Alright, he's done. Alright, and we finished it up. Just finish these guys. Look at the glow from that portal. Looks cool. Alright, so that's the item shop. So we'll go in there. Well, should probably grab this item really quick. Another rose buckler. So reduce incoming damage while sprinting. Now we're really, really reducing incoming damage while sprinting. So that's cool. Do a little dancing. Okay. And this is the item shop. So we'll go, and I'm really hoping that we have the option to go to Siren's Call. If I even if I even know what Siren's Call looks like, let's see. So you go over here. These are two options for next map, but it doesn't tell you what maps these are, does it? Guarantees the next stage's environment is displayed, right? But when I'm looking in these pictures, that's Siren's Call right there, guys. So we'll pay 3. Now Siren's Call is definitely coming up next, so that's great. What else we got here? We got some items. We could get another ukulele. We could get whatever that is. Oh, that's the... Oh, no, I was about to say that's what we already have. It's not. What we have is the teddy bear that's going to save us if we die. These items are cool, but they are, like, extremely powerful. You know, and sometimes, like, they can almost, I feel like they can almost be more of a hindrance than a help sometimes. But, so you almost kind of got to know what they are and what they do, but we're going to take a chance, guys. I mean, I've grabbed one of these items before. I mean, I don't recognize these. I don't think it was any of these, but, I grabbed them before and it just made my run, harder. But, you know, I don't know. I'll grab this one. Brittle crown. Let's see, gain gold on hit, but lose gold on getting hit. Okay. That's not a big deal. So when we hit guys, we'll get gold. Oh, and then this guy, he's like the shopkeeper. And next to him would be where you buy Artificer, which I've already done. But otherwise, he's just a chill guy. He just kind of hangs out. What's up, dude? Thanks for letting me use your store today. Yeah, I'll see you later too. Let's get out of here. There's a lot of secrets in Risk of Rain. One of them, for example, would be that you can drop down there, and it's way down. Like you just jump to there, to there, to there, and you can't even see where it is. But there's a bottom down there, and you go through the tunnel. And I don't really remember a whole lot of what happens after that. But there's like a secret level. Probably unlock a character that way. But we're gonna go back to where we came from, and guys, next stage is gonna be Siren's Call. So we're gonna be getting loaded. Here we go, Siren's Call. So in Siren's Call, what we have to do is find, I think it's 5 little bird nests with like blue eggs, and we have to destroy those. And I couldn't tell you why. I really have no idea. But that's just the process. After we destroy 5 of those nests, then a boss is going to appear. And we're going to defeat that boss, and then we should get the achievement to unlock Loader. So, yeah, let's keep an eye out for nests. There's one right there. So we're going to go over there and destroy that nest really quick. And then we're going to get 4 more of those and fight the boss. Alright, there's one. Those things really do kind of blend in with the map. They're not that easy to see, but... Is there another one? Oh no, it's a scrapper. Alright, we'll try to get a high vantage point so we can like look around and see better. Maybe we'll be able to see some nests from up here. Ooh, crowbar. Deal bonus damage to enemies above 90% health. So, I mean, I don't know if that one's self-explanatory or not. Basically, it's saying if an enemy is above 90% health, which, they always start above 90%. They start at 100% health, right? So, as long as they are, I'll basically say it like this. It's your first hit on them. After you hit them one time, they're going to be below 90% health, so then crowbar's not really doing much. So basically, the way I think about it, crowbar is dealing bonus damage on the first hit. The first hit, the one that's above 90% health. But that bonus damage is a lot. So if we stack more of those, it's basically like you could do a ton of damage on that first hit, and sometimes all you need is one hit. So, yeah, it's a good strategy to stack up a bunch of those crowbars, and then, basically, guys, just take one hit. And then if you got something like I already have the ukulele, for example, they just get touched by that electricity one time, and then also with the gasolines, stacked up as well, they're exploding. It's just a recipe for disaster for these guys. So, keeping an eye out for more nests. Rusty key. Gain access to a rusty lockbox that contains a powerful item. So I think that rusty lockbox would appear on the next level. I think it's not going to spawn, on this level since I'm already kind of started this level, but now that I have it, we might get a special lockbox on the next level. I mean, we definitely will. It's just a matter of being able to find it. There's one kind of configuration of items that you can do where you can basically have like infinite lockboxes. I've done it before. It's just like everywhere you look, there's like lockboxes everywhere. And you basically just set yourself up with a ton of items that way, and it's kind of fun. Nice war banner. War banner is a great item. It'll drop whenever we level up or whenever we activate that final portal. And as long as we're inside the area of that war banner, it'll give us more attack speed. Which we've already got a couple of the soldier syringes, so we're already attacking pretty quick. So if we get that war banner down, me shooting like this, you know, it's like it's gonna be like, but not really seeing any more nests. I gotta kind of lock in and pay attention. I think that's one that I marked up there. If I can get there. Let's see. Oh, I have a double jump. I forgot about that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, there we go. I think that might be one. Oh, it's an item. Okay, it's an item. Sometimes if you're too far from something and you really can't see what it is, you can just mark it, and it'll tell you what it is. So that's what I was trying to do there. Ow! Let's see if I can jump across this here. Yep. Alright, another pulse go. Oops, we're going to be really sprinting fast here. Alright, let's check the inside of here. Sometimes I've seen the nests in here. These mushrooms also kind of look like nests to me. Alright, maybe not in here. I think for now I'm really just going to avoid the enemies and try to find those nests, because if I sit here and try to fight every single guy and try to find these nests, we'll be on this level for so long that by the time we make it to the final boss, that difficulty will have gone up so much that I don't think we would survive, so we gotta try to be quick here. I think I've gotten 2 nests so far. 2 or 3, but I'll say 2 to be safe. Let's try to go up that. Let's see what we can find, because I'm pretty sure I've already gone down there a little bit. And then I think there's some caves that go kind of inside that mountain over there. We'll check in there next. But let's see. Oh, there's one. We'll call that 3. Could be more. Could be 3 or 4, but we're just, again, on the safe side, we'll say that's 3. Lepton Daisy periodically release a healing nova during the teleporter event, so that's cool. Nice little healing item that only really activates during the portal event. There's another nest. So that's 4. Gotta find one more real quick. We'll just check this little area up here real quick. And then, like I said, we'll drop down and check the inside of this big mountain over here. Oh, that's a big guy. There's another kind of item configuration that you can do where you can get a whole army of those lizard guys. And they start off pretty small, but they level up and they end up being giant like these guys. And that's fun, just to have a whole army of them. And then you can give them items as well, so any of the items that I have, I could just give it to them. And so the build that I was telling you about earlier, where you have all of those lock boxes appearing, that's another part of that build. That's what you want to do, is try to get an army of those lizard guys, and then you give all of them the rusted key. And so then each one of them, let's say you have 50 lizard guys, and 50 of them have the rusted key, then that's 50 lock boxes that are going to appear on each level. So, oh, there's one more. So there we go. It says you hear a distant whirring. Whirring. That's a whirring, I guess. I didn't hear it, but it said that we heard it. So I guess that means that the boss is here. Let's go see if we can find the boss. It's not that guy. I would have thought that the boss would have come and found us. I thought it would have spawned like right by us, but The fact that I'm not seeing it makes me think maybe that was 4. Maybe that was 4 nests and I need 1 more. That's kind of what I think, so. Like I've been saying all along, let's go inside these caves, inside the mountain. See if we can find another nest. Dang, we're at 35 minutes now. And I can't really see the difficulty, as always, because I have the recording button right in front of that. But if I had to guess, we're probably on, like, hard difficulty right now. Or, like, insane or something like that. I don't remember what all the difficulties are, but if I had to guess, it's probably not good. I don't really know where to look anymore for the nests. I feel like we've been everywhere. Let's check, I don't know, let's check around the side of this ship here. Whoa! Down here. I see a chest in here, yep. A couple of chests, another soldier syringe. We're going to be really shooting fast. And then some kind of orange item there. Volcanic egg. Transform into a speeding draconic fireball. Sounds awesome. So, I'll use that in a second. I'm going to check down here for the last nest. See some items. Ooh. Little missile launcher. So there's the big missile launcher item. If you watched the last video, I used that. It goes in the Q slot. The Q slot, which is where we have the that egg right now that transforms me into a fireball thing. But last run that I did in the last video, I got the missile launcher you activate with Q. And that thing is awesome, but this is just a little version of it. So I'm going to grab that. And what it does is it just sits on my shoulder and occasionally it will shoot a one missile. So it's not as cool as the one that I activate with Q, but it's still pretty good. See, ATG Missile Mark 1, chance to fire a missile. And you could keep stacking those, you know, if I got lucky enough to find like 10 of those, the chances of firing a missile, you know, obviously go up. And that's always nice to be like constantly shooting a missile all the time. And then there's another item that I haven't gotten in any of these runs yet, but there's an item that multiplies your missiles as well. And so imagine just having a full screen of like missiles going everywhere. That's fun. Well, guys, I spent so much time now just looking for this last nest, but I'm committed. I'm not going to leave this level until I find that last nest, no matter how long it takes. So, you know, we might not survive this run. You know, we'll probably make it to the final boss, if we even make it to the final boss. I don't know at this point. These guys, everybody's starting to hit real hard, because the difficulty's gone up so much. But, you know, just imagine how hard the final boss is going to be by the time we make it to him. We still have a whole other 2 stages to go through before we get to him, so that difficulty's going to be like all the way up by the time we get to him. But I've survived that, you know, plenty of times, but it's not easy. And I got to be honest with you, I don't think we have good enough items at this point yet. Typically, I would have ideally a lot more crowbars. Ooh, avoid that. I'm just saying, I guess I don't think my build is strong enough yet to survive, but that's fine, because if we die, you know, obviously that ends the run. But as long as I get loader before the run ends, I'm happy. So, matter of fact, I might even just get loader and end the run there, because I really don't think my chances are too good. But we'll see. Let's try to find this nest. I don't really care how long it takes at this point. Not really hoping to survive anymore. That's not really the goal. The goal is just to find this last nest and get loaded. Yeah, I don't want to go that way again. That's kind of hard. Uh-oh. Yep, that one got him. You know, I really don't even know where to look anymore, though. That's the problem. I feel like I kind of looked everywhere. Maybe I need to go up again? Uh-huh. Let's see. Try to go up. You guys have probably already seen it. And you're like, it's right there! But, I have not seen it. I don't remember. Yeah, I've been up there before. So. I'm trying to jump up on this thing. I went through that cave earlier. Okay. I mean, like I said, I really don't even know where to try to look. Let me get rid of this guy. I'm afraid of him. I'm gonna be honest. I'm afraid of him. I believe his weak point is like that mouth on the underside. Like I said, you can see the little damage numbers. They turn yellow when you're getting critical hits, and that typically means you're hitting a weak point. All right, what can we see? I haven't seen any nests. Oh no! I've been down there a bunch of times. No, it's not that way. Man, this kind of stinks. What in the world? Leave me alone! I'm trying to find the nest. I'm trying to find your nest. Leave me alone! Okay. Freaking out, guys. Oh gosh. I don't know. Let's try down here again. Yeah, I don't think it's this one. What in the world? Oh my gosh, I'm about to die. This is no good. Alright, there we go, we're fine. Alright, well. I really thought that I got enough nests too, that's the thing. I thought that was 5, but you know, it gave us a little text at the bottom left that said, you hear a distant whirring or something, and I thought that meant the boss was about to appear. But, you know, I also have an idea that that might mean, like, hey, you got one more, and then the boss is going to appear. I kind of have that impression for some reason. You know, I've done this before, and that's why I think I had that impression. It's almost like I like vaguely remember, but not really. But it's kind of what my gut is telling me, is that we needed to find one more nest, and that text that said we heard a distant whirring, there it is. I found the nest. It was like a warning text, like you got one more to go. So yep, the whirring grows loud. So it was like a saying that we hear it in the distance, and now it's loud because guess what? Alloy Worship Unit is here. Friend of vultures. So that's why we were destroying the nests, because destroy enough nests and it makes this guy mad because he's friend of the vultures, and now he's like, you better leave my... Look at him, he's covered in feathers too. It's like an old the old robot thing that's been on this planet for so long, and he's like a friend of the vultures. He's got like feathers all over him. He like hangs out with the vultures and stuff. I have no idea. But that's kind of cool. Never seen an enemy like him before, except for the last time that I saw him. But so far it's not too hard. Just keep moving left. That's all you gotta do. And his weak point is that eye right there. You can see all these damage numbers are yellow, and then if I hit him somewhere else, which is kind of hard to do because he's always facing me, but yeah, hit him somewhere else and it's just white numbers. That doesn't sound good. What is that? Whoa, 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 that hurt. Alright. You are not going to end this run, boy. The sound of that. Let me turn into the thing. Whee! I think we can. Oh. What is that? Oh my gosh! What the heck? He like shot us out of the map so far that we had to like the game teleported us to here. He's tough, man. He's got a big health bar. Alright, he's almost done. Wait a minute. Did he heal? Okay. He kind of had like a temporary shield going there. Guidance offline. Defeat the unique guardian of Siren's Call. That's it. We got loaded. So now if we go into another run, we can pick loader as an option. Ooh, and we got a nice item too. Heal past full grants you a temporary barrier. Healing past full grants temporary barrier. I don't really know how you heal past full, but oh, we are right now. We have 600. Oh, I had 618 health out of 572, so I had healed past full, but I don't know how I did that. So our final boss for the stage is this guy, Soulless Control Unit. So he's basically just the same as the guy that we've just fought. Just the other guy has been here for so long that he's got feathers on him and stuff. Ouch. I'm going to transform into this thing to avoid the damage. And as this fireball, I think you just try to fly through enemies and it damages them, yeah. Yep, you're done. You're done. You're done. Alright. And our boss item, chance on kill to drop an ammo pack that something something. What did that say? Chance on kill to drop an ammo pack that resets all skill cooldowns. That's cool. I don't feel like our skill cooldowns are really all that long anyway. I mean, they're like 3 seconds, so I mean, I guess that's nice, but... So check this out. I have a theory about this war banner, right? We have 2 of them down here. Now, if I'm in one, I shoot this fast. But if I am mixed between 2, does it make me shoot double fast? So this is like... I don't know. I can't really tell. Alright, 99, 100. Let's get out of here. Okay, so let's check out the time. 50 minutes. I can't see the difficulty, but it's got to be pretty bad. We're on stage 5. That's all that matters. All we got to do is find the portal, maybe find a couple items along the way, and get out of here and face the final boss. So let's just hightail it straight for that portal and try to make it to the final boss before it gets too much harder, because I don't even think I'm going to be able to do it as is. Also, look at my character. like covered in items now. As you can see the gasoline can, shield on my arm. Open this, get some coins. Alright, we got 2 ukuleles as options, and can't remember what this does, but oh, I don't have enough coins to grab it. But I don't think ukuleles really stack all that well. I mean, I really don't know. Maybe they're great to stack, but the way I see it, if it's already arcing across enemies, you know, you can. I don't know. I don't really see how it arcs any more than it already does. So all that to say, I think I'm just gonna grab it. This item, whatever it is. But at this point, I gotta be really careful. The difficulty is so high that basically these enemies they're really gonna be hitting hard. So I have to really be careful. Turn invisible at low health. That's cool. Go ahead and activate this, and hopefully not die. I don't think magma worm is all that hard. I think that oh, it's a double magma worm. That's right. Definitely grandparent, the enemy that got me last run. That one is a lot harder than magma worm. But since we got double magma worms, that means that this health bar is just split up across 2 magma worms. So when we get one, that'll be that health bar will be at half, and then the other half of the health bar is for the last magma worm. We are taking a lot of damage right now. We gotta try to find a small enemy or something that I can defeat quickly to be able to get some topaz brooch shield going. See, this guy's got a big health bar too. It doesn't make sense to try to focus in. These sky guys only take a couple hits. There we go. We got some health or some topaz brooch going. Alright. One of them should be well below half of his health bar. I thought one of them would be finished already, but I guess not. Let's transform into the fireball. Just fly through them a couple times. Do some damage. Fly through some of these sky guys. Alright. Take some of these little guys out to get some topaz brooch shield going. That guy's taking too long. Just need something quick. Remember, topaz brooch gives me shield upon defeating an enemy, so you just want to try to defeat whatever you can as quick as possible to get that shield going. So that's why I'm always going for these little guys in between hitting the big guy. Alright, magma worm's almost done. Just a couple more hits and it'll be done. There we go, magma worm's toast. Let's go grab our boss item. The portal's open now, and we can go to the final stage. This is a great item. Molten Perforator. Chance on hit to fire magma balls. That's awesome. That's a yellow item, which is like the strongest. It's like a legendary item. So this final stage, you'll notice, kind of looks a little bit different from all the other ones. It's very linear. It's like a pretty straight path you gotta follow. Not a lot of exploring or anything like that to do here. But it's also a very big stage. A lot of empty space. A lot of people don't like it for that reason, myself included. It's a little bit lame. I don't really look forward to doing this. Because look at this, I'm just kind of running. No enemies or anything like that for quite a while. We'll get up this hill and you'll see, look, more running. So I'll try to run as quickly as possible here, but bear with me, guys. This part's going to be a little bit boring. But maybe I'll tell you a story while we walk here. So let's see. One time, I decided, I don't know why, but I decided to make a grilled cheese sandwich. But not just any grilled cheese sandwich. So, I took our family's macaroni and cheese recipe, and I didn't make any macaronis. Okay, I just took the cheese part of the recipe, right? So there's typically when you make the homemade macaroni and cheese, you would make up the noodles, and then you would put the noodles in a pan, and separately you would make your cheese sauce that you would dump into the noodles that are in the pan, and then you would bake that. But I just made the cheese sauce, and I made my grilled cheese sandwich, and then I poured the cheese sauce on the grilled cheese sandwich, and it was kind of gross. Not gonna lie. I mean, the taste was fine. It's like the cheese sauce tastes great, and grilled cheese sandwich tastes great, but not when you put them together, man. It's too much cheese, and so I think I took a couple bites and then I put that down. It was too much, just too much. But that big dome that I climbed over there, that is our ticket out of here. That is literally our ticket out of here. That's our ship, and so we're gonna come back to that after we finish the final boss here. But the idea is that Mando here, the character I'm playing as, uh, I found the ship, and I need to find a way to release it. You see, it's kind of got that dome over it, and the way to release it is to defeat the final boss, and he'll release it, and I can get the heck out of here. So that's what we're gonna do. But before we can do that, we got a couple other steps. So we have to see that beacon shining up in the sky there. There's 4 of those. We need to go and activate 4 of those, and that will give us a portal. Oh no. It's fine, we'll survive this. It'll give us a portal up to where the final boss is, and when we make the final boss, we defeat him, and then we get on the ship and get out of here and escape the planet. It's the basic story of the game, just trying to escape the planet. But this part's a little tricky. All these guys hit pretty hard, and yeah. We'll just try our best to survive the difficulty. I can't even see it right now, but it's got to be pretty bad. Where's that beacon at? I think it's on the ceiling. I don't see it in here, so we're going to go outside. Yeah, there it is. So we'll activate this. Each one of these 4 beacons has some kind of different little thing that it does. So some of them will have a pulse that kind of shoots outward from the beacon, and this one, I really don't know what this one is doing. It doesn't really seem to be doing anything. But the idea is that they all kind of do something negative that makes it hard for you to stand there and activate the beacon. It's like it's supposed to be in this blue dome the whole time to make the beacon work. But this one's not really giving me much trouble. They typically do. What's giving me trouble is these guys, darn it. I died. I wasn't really paying attention to be honest. Okay, I had that item that saved me. Good. Thought that was the end of the run there, which, to be honest with you, I really wasn't all that worried about it, because I got what I came here for, my main goal. Even though I said the main goal was just to win, my main goal really was I just want a voter. Oh, there's me. Okay, this thing's going. Lunar pod. Let me open these up. There's 2 of them here. Ooh, powerful items. What do we get? Drop a permanent effigy that cripples all characters inside. Does a 5, cool. Double your healing, but it's applied over time. That's fine. So we get double the healing. It's just when it says it's applied over time, it's like instead of getting double the healing immediately, we actually just get double the healing, and it just takes a little bit longer. And I'm gonna actually grab the volcanic egg back, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that does, but it scares me. All those blue items, I mean, if you didn't tell, they do something good, but they also do something bad. And like I said, I've had runs get ruined by those blue items before, so I don't trust it. But we're gonna go ahead and can I make that jump? Not at all, but I can make this jump. And can I make that jump? Oh my gosh, yeah, I think I can make that jump. What is that? Ow, stop. Just slow them down a little bit. Get out of here. Can I make that jump? Not even close. Let's go this way. I think if I go to this tip right here, I can make it. Alright, that's not going to happen. That's okay. You do take fall damage, but it always teleports you back to the map, so it's not that big of a deal if you fall from that. But we got one of these, we got two more here, and then we gotta go find the last one. Looks like it's over there. So these red ones, I don't know what they do, but they slightly damage me the whole time that I'm in here, but it doesn't hurt me too bad, I don't think. We'll survive. Look at that, done. Let's go to the next one. This one's the same thing, it's just going to do slight damage the whole time. Transform into this. And get out of here. I'll hit these guys to slow them down. Remember I got that chrono bauble earlier that slows guys down on hit, so hopefully that'll keep them back here while I escape. Hit them again, slow them down. Also use my stun. Look at that. All those down arrows. That means they're slowed. But that's the thing about Risky Rain, you just keep spawning. So you just always keep moving. Oh, just a little too high there. Okay, I think I got a shortcut. Yep. Alright, and then we'll go activate this last one, and once this is done, we can go way up high above the map, which is where the final boss is. Let's see if we can defeat him. Yeah, so this one's going to keep pushing us out of the way. But see, it stays, you have to be inside the circle for it to go up. It's just going to push us out the whole time, it's fine. We'll fight against it the whole time. Okay. Not good. Wow, our health got pretty low there. I got dangerously low there. I don't really know how we survived that, guys. That was bad. Alright, cool. That's done. So now we can go to one of these beacons here. These are different beacons now. These beacons are basically elevators to take us to the top where the boss is. Way up there. Is there a closer one? No. Okay. I'll go to that one over there. Like this? Yes, I can. Alright. Alright, those are about the same distance. Yeah, I'll just go to this one. Ouch. Alright, this has been a pretty good run, guys. I got some decent items. I mean, I think it's a pretty good mix of offensive and defensive items. I didn't really get any of my favorites. I would have liked to get a couple more crowbars, at least. But we'll see. I'll be honest with you, I'm, not amazing at this game or anything like that. I'm just kind of like maybe decent at it. I'm like just kind of okay at it. But with that in mind, I think I got a decent set of items. Decent enough that might be able to win this. We'll see. We'll see. So this is Mithrix, the final boss. This character's got a lot of lore, a lot of story behind her, which I don't know any of it. This is a special character. I just don't know anything. I said she, by the way, but it says King of Nothing, so Mithrix is a he. It's just kind of hard to tell. Okay, upon looking at Mithrix, it's not really that hard to tell, actually. It's definitely a guy, but I don't know, I wasn't paying attention, I guess. Let's transform into the fireball. Whoa, that really hurt. Okay. Let me just go up here and hide for a second. Be careful. Where are you, buddy? Alright, okay. Alright, yeah, don't want to get hit by that. Transform again. I'll keep transforming into this fireball as often as I can, because otherwise it would, I guess it would be a waste. I don't know. Probably not that big of a deal, but I guess I see it. As long as I have it, I should probably use it. Jump over those waves. Yeah, I mean, typically on a normal run, Mythics, I think I would have already defeated this first stage, so I'm just saying that to say I think we're a little bit underpowered, but that's alright. The way that you can tell if you're, powerful or underpowered is, you just kind of consider how much damage you're doing to the enemy. And I fought Mythics a bunch of times, and typically this wouldn't take this long, so it's taking a lot more hits, because my hits just really aren't doing that much damage. But that's okay, as long as I can survive taking these hits from Mythics. If I can survive long enough to do all the damage I need to do, then we'll be fine. But that's going to be the key, is how survivable am I. Jump over. Pretty easy to do when you've got double jumps. I've had up to like 7 jumps before it's fun. And then if you remember the character Artificer, which has that EMV jump suit or hover suit thing, I like to get a couple, 2 or 3 of those feathers that give you the extra jump on that character, and then you basically jump and then you hover, and it's like you're flying. So there we go. Mythics is about half health now. This has been a very long run. Ow! That's it. That's it. But that's completely fine, guys. I did what I wanted to do, which is go down here. Guidance offline. This survivor is now available. Loader. So let's look at some of the stats here. Time alive, 67 minutes, 38 seconds, 509 kills, 2 deaths. Remember the first death? I have this item here. Spent with, a spent item with no remaining power. Okay, so it's not going to tell me what it does now, but that gave me an extra life. So, 2 deaths. Damage dealt 348,000. It's a lot, and then I don't really feel like reading the rest of these. Mythics got me. Some of the items that I got, Topaz Brooch, only got 1 this time. Remember last time I had a couple of those. So I always had plenty of temporary barrier. I didn't get any of these on my last run, Rose Buckler, but it came in handy. Reduced damage while sprinting. I feel like I, spent a lot of time sprinting there away from enemies, and they were probably hitting me in the back. But the damage was reduced. That was nice. Ukulele was great this run. Don't really need to stack those in my opinion, so just 1 was plenty. This was pretty cool, getting 3 soldier syringes. My attack speed was increased quite a bit. So, typically Commando's double pistols are like clack, 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 clack. And with these it was like so that was cool. Got an extra jump, some extra movement speed. I got 1 yellow item. Which is it's probably one of the rarest rarities. So getting 1 is pretty common. See, most of these are white or green items, but a yellow item was chance on hit to fire magma balls. I wasn't really paying attention to notice if I got any of those. You guys might have noticed some of the magma balls. And then I got this thing, double your healing, but it's applied over time. Again, these blue items, I typically try to avoid them because they always have a positive and also a negative. This one, the negative wasn't really all that bad. It's just saying I get double healing, but instead of getting it right away, I get it slowly over the course of time. It's not really that bad, but since I don't know what all the rest of the blue items do, I just avoid them altogether. Maybe one day I'll look at a list of all the blue items and get a better idea of what they all do, but until then, I'm just going to keep trying to avoid these, Maybe if I see this one, it's called Corpse Bloom, I'll grab that one. I had this one, Brittle Crown, gain gold on hit, so every hit that I got gold, but lose gold on getting hit. I might take that one again. I get so much things like Topaz Brooch or really just Topaz Brooch. It's a barrier that makes sure you don't get hit as long as you have it. So losing gold on hit, not really that worried about it when I have something like Topaz Brooch. And then I typically just try to move around so much that I don't really get hit in the first place. So Brittle Crown, not a bad item either. Brittle Crown and Corpse Bloom, I don't mind those, but for now I'm going to keep avoiding any of the other blue items any chance I get. But let's go ahead and look at Loader real quick. That's Loader there. One of my all-time favorite characters. Loader's got these piston arms, so well, there's Loader's real arms. You can see the hand there, I think, and the arm, and then these giant like mech suit piston arms on top. Loader is super cool. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll make another video. The next video will be with Loader, and I'd like to make one with Artificer as well, but the next video will be with Loader. And I just think Loader is so cool. So swing at nearby enemies for your primary attack, and it's just a punch. It's called Knuckle Boom. It does 320% damage, which is a lot. The secondary attack is Grapple Fist. Fire your gauntlet forward, pulling you to the target. And so what I like to do is shoot that Grapple Fist at something like I don't know, let's say for example a tree that's above me. You shoot it at that, it'll grab it and then pull you toward it, and then you let go and you just kind of fly through the air. It's exactly like Spider-Man swings on webs. And then we got the utility item, or utility attack. It's Charged Gauntlet. It says charge up a piercing punch for 600 to 2,700% damage. That's insane damage. And it basically just charges up this fist and releases it, and it just launches you. And if you're aiming forward, it's going to launch you forward. If you're aiming up, it's going to launch you up in the sky. So that's good for doing damage, but also for getting around places. It's almost like another jump attack. And then the special attack for Loader is the M55I Pylon, or maybe that's M55-1 Pylon. But it says throw a floating pylon that zaps up to 6 nearby enemies for 100% damage, and it can be grappled. So basically you just set down this little pylon, it'll float, and I think it floats, and it'll zap 6 guys. That's pretty cool, but there's another item that you can unlock, and it's been a while, but I forget what it does, but I'm pretty sure that once I unlock this, I typically switch to this for the loadout. But anyways, that's it's been enough for today, guys. Next video, like I said, I'll do a run with Loader, and maybe we'll try to unlock another character, maybe Captain. Captain is really cool. He's the captain of the ship, and this is all his crew. And then there's other characters here. There are 2 or 3 expansion packs for the game, and if I buy those expansion packs, then I'll have more characters here that I can unlock. And one of them is the chef. He's super cool. He's the chef for the ship, and all of his attacks are kind of like food-based attacks. He throws like his kitchen knives as one of his attacks, and just different things like that. He can actually cook up the enemies because he's got like a flamethrower, so cook them up and then turn them into food, which he can then consume the food to heal himself. So he can deal damage and also heal himself. He's a cool character. But Captain is also super cool, so maybe I'll try to unlock Captain whenever I do that run as loader. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again soon.